episode of the We Talk Talent series, season 4, where we invite the most prominent HR leadership voices to share their insights and experiences on and around the current HR ecosystem. Joining us today is Saswati Sinha. A quick introduction about Saswati before we start. So, with over 23 plus years of experience spreading across multiple industries, Saswati has been in the business of talent as a passion rather than as an occupation. Over the course of her professional journey, she has won multiple awards, ranging from top 100 HR leaders, HR minds in 2018, top 101 HR minds in 2019, top 101 fabulous HR leaders in 2020, all by the World HRD Congress. She was also awarded the Heroes Award for HR Leadership by Observe Now, which was presented to her by Menka Gandhi in 2020. She was also felicitated with the Nari Shakti Puruskar by SRM University in 2023. All this just goes to show her leadership prowess and her commitment to the work of people management. With this, a very warm welcome, Saswati. It is indeed a delight to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Manan.
So I'm sure we are all looking forward to a very interesting, engaging conversation. Now, to set the context for this conversation, my first question to you will be very industry specific. So, how is your industry tackling the changes that the workplace has gone through over the past couple of years?
Well, now it's not past couple of years. I think it's the past 3-4 years now. That the pace of change has been really, really fast. And professional services, we are into the professional services industry, and we always say that it's a tech-enabled, product-led services industry that I am working on, Evalueserve. And I think for us, it has been relatively easier because we were already tech-enabled. The type of work that we do requires a lot of compliances, whether it is technology or otherwise. So the enablement, the infrastructure was already in place. And for most of the professional services company, it's true that we already had the infrastructure in place. What we had to do was quickly adapt to the new way of working, online plus offline. Now and keep the quality, the value addition, the work that we do, that could not drop. The employee morale could not drop. The connection of the whole organization, ecosystem, talent to talent should not drop. Collaboration should not drop. Innovation should continue, which is actually a huge challenge when somebody is offline and somebody is in office. Somebody is in home and somebody is in office. If you how do you create that? I think we adapted. We are good to go. We have changed our way of working, way of thinking. Our learning programs have changed. We have done now a lot of online modules. We have self-learning has become the key of the day, but somewhere we are still struggling with the right approach. What is the right mix? And that's where I think the key question is. But we are agile. The whole industry is very agile, and we quickly adapt.
That was very insightful, Saswati. So quickly moving on to my next question, I wouldn't want to disrupt the flow of this interesting conversation. So just quickly moving on to my next question. According to you and your industry demands, what type of skill shortages do you think are causing the talent war?
See, the industry I am in, we need all kinds of skill. For example, if I take the example of Evalueserve, we have a data analytics business team. We have a information technology, innovation and technology business team. We also have professional services. We have financial services. So within financial services, there are bifurcations, industry bifurcations. Within insights and advisory team, there are again industry bifurcation, logistics, supply chain, etc. Now, the skill shortage, I always believe, especially in India, there is no skill shortage. We upskill ourselves very fast. I don't think there is a shortage. The only problem is finding the right talent at the right time at the right price. I think that's where we struggle, because economy market drives a lot of that pricing. So the when we say shortage, that implies that we are unable to hire that right talent at the right time at the right price, because there is a key factor. Data analytics, like everybody is talking data analytics, so they charge a premium. Now from data analytics we have gone one step ahead, and we are saying artificial generative AI. Anybody who has done some part of that will charge a premium. Another place is sustainability, ESG. Anybody who has worked in that field will charge a premium. So I think more than the talent shortage, it is about getting that talent at the right price at the right time. This is what we usually face.
Okay, noted. So since we have started the conversation around skills, let's steer this interview into that direction. You know, as an editorial person, I go through a lot of research paper, a lot of articles, and recently I came across a white paper that quoted soft skills as the new power skills of the millennium. So, how do you see the importance of soft skills evolving in the future?
You know what? Interestingly, this is the conversation we are having right now within our organization also, because I think somewhere down the line, we have overall, as professionals, diluted that part. We assume that anybody who's at a mid level or a senior leader would have good communication skills, would have empathy, would have the influential leadership skills, and will not be autocratic or dictator. So these are some of the behavioral part of it, which we believe that it automatically comes with growth and experience. I think that's a myth. It does not come automatically. For some it might, because they might have a natural flair for it, um, but for most of them they have to work on it. And as an organization we have to facilitate that. I think since the last 2 years, 3 4 years, the focus has again shifted to that. We have a humongous amount of learning material around it in house, which we have built in house. We are upskilling the people, focusing on the behavioral skills. We always did it, but the I think the focus shifted somewhere. Domain skills and domain took precedence over these things, but the we have brought back the focus, because otherwise, see, collaboration, working in a matrix structure, collaborating with each other, being empathetic, because people are going through different kind of situations, the developing that empathetic style of leadership, ensuring that everybody works and moves in the same direction. This does not come usually naturally. Millennials are becoming leaders, right? So they might err on the other side. So there has to be a balance. Your business and your people both have to go together, and both these competencies have to marry. I think the focus has shifted. Its most critical part, I think, behavioral competencies, soft skills, has become more and more critical. And if we don't focus on it, we lose out. We'll not have great leaders.
Okay, that was very insightful, Saswati. Now, just to know a little bit more about your company,
Sure.
Evalueserve, we'll ask you a couple of questions about your company strategy. So, can you shed some light on your employer branding strategy and how it has evolved in this hybrid work setup?
Sure. That's a very interesting question, and I can I'll give you 4 points how it has evolved. I think the first one is that employer brand. Initially, when we had started, we actually had gained a lot of brand value over a period of time, simply by because of the work that we did and the fact that we were present in many of the, I think, most of the campuses. Over a period of time, we started focusing, because we established ourselves as a brand. Then the focus shifted on the value that we provide to the clients, the deliverables, right? For many years we did that, and we have a very marquee list of clients with us simply because of that. The brand strategy was talking to the client and telling them whether it was internal or whether it was external, we are talking more to the client that, hey, we can give you this value, this is what is happening. And this also worked for talent, because when they also saw value in what we were offering to the clients. But in the last 3-4 years, I think it has, not 3-4 years, 3 years, I think it has again shifted. We are now talking people first. So while the first cut was client, now the second, the shift has come to people first. Now we are saying that this is great. Talking about what value we add, the services that we provide is fantastic. It's great. It brings us the client, but we should also start talking about our people, because our whole strategy, internal as well as external, is people first. So we started focusing on the values of Evalueserve. What are the values that we follow? What are the value system that the organization has? And we talk about it through people stories. There are a lot of people in Evalueserve who have spent their whole career here. They've spent 10 years, 15 years in Evalueserve. They've grown from an analyst to a vice president now in the same organization. So we have a lot of these valuable stories of how people have grown. So our branding right now starts with people. In campuses also, we are talking about what we can offer to them through the stories that we have, which are internal. We just don't talk about what we do. We also talk about what people say about us. And that's how internal communicate. The focus is also internal communication and external branding, but everywhere you will see it's about people, how we are upskilling them, what is the learning opportunities that they get, what is the career progression they are going to move into if they join Evalueserve, what is our values, and then the last bit is measurement. Now, branding always has been okay, great. We read it. This was very nice. But now I think how it has shifted for us is extremely data driven. What has it achieved for us? Has it increased the talent who are coming and applying to our career site? Has it increased the flow of profiles that we get? Has it increased awareness when we talk to people? So these are all measurable metrics which we use to ensure that the brand strategy, the branding strategy is very, very focused.
Thank you for those insights, Saswati. And I guess apart from employer branding, employee engagement has also become a critical pillar of talent retention in this quote unquote talent war. So, what are your employee engagement strategies, especially when we talk about this, remote working setup?
Yeah, so see, we since last year, I think I've joined last year, so I can talk more about since last year. Last year was an aberration. I think the market opened up, people got opportunities, and attrition was high for most industries. This year again is opposite, right? So both had different engagement strategies. So last year for us, it was more about, and I think we have had n number of workshops around this, because that's how we wanted to, in fact, educate the leaders how they should retain the talent. It was more about, talk beyond compensation. Don't talk compensation, because there's always someone who will outbid you out there in the market. Besides compensation, what can we as an organization give to our people? And some of the themes which arise, which people tell us, we have an artificial intelligence platform where people talk to us, we listen to them, and our whole retention engagement strategy evolves from people. It's not a top down or an organization down approach, or we don't adopt whatever everybody else is saying, this is the next best thing or the next big thing. We don't do that. We listen to the people, and there's a platform which helps us do that. So people were saying that, hey, everything is okay, but what's the next new thing that I'm going to learn? The whole world is talking about AI, ML, data analytics, etc. Am I losing out? So what can the organization do for me? Hey, I'm getting bored in my role. How can you help me? Hey, will you give me some flexibility because I'm going through a tough time? Will you give me a sabbatical because I need to take care of my parent? Right? So we listen to them, and I think we have a sabbatical policy in place. We have a wellness counselor in place. You can take 1 year, up to 1 year sabbatical in Evalueserve and take care of your parent. There are certain frameworks. You can take care of your parent. You can go for higher education, and you can come back. We also have, of course, the wellness coach, who is a third person. If you don't want to talk to your HR or your RM, there's a wellness coach you can go to. I think most organizations have adopted it. We have also done so, and it works for us. For the online offline part of it, I think the we have a WeConnect team, which is a team building. It's a separate team itself. So HR is not doing it. It's a separate independent team called WeConnect, which takes care of employee team building exercises, which are online. So connecting with each other through games, through activities, we do that. We have conducted n number of learning sessions for people for upskilling. We have more than, I think, 1000 modules in our learning platform where people can go and self learn. For example, if you are a research analyst and you are doing research in financial services domain, but you want to learn data analytics because maybe in 2 years you want to move there, right? So there is a module where you can go, you can self learn. And beyond that, if you want to do something, you just reach out to us. There's a Evalueserve University team which takes care of the upskilling. So I think we have holistically packaged it in a way that it's not just about just telling people that, hey, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4 activity for you to engage you. It's more holistic. We take care of the full journey of the individual, so they are engaged and motivated. And it's not just about the money when they are living, and it's more than that.
That was very neatly described, and I'm sure our audiences will resonate with your thoughts. So, thank you for sharing such wonderful and enlightening insights, Saswati. It was an absolute delight to listen to your thoughts and experiences. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Manan.
So, to address our viewers, thanks for tuning in. We will be right back with another engaging episode of the We Talk Talent series. Till then, keep watching and keep talking.